Your Mind, What You Think You Become, written and published by Books Reader. Introduction. Imagine standing at the helm of a ship, the vast ocean of your thoughts stretching out before you. Your mind, what you think you become is your compass in navigating this boundless sea, guiding you to master the currents of your consciousness and steer towards the life you desire. This book is an invitation to a profound personal transformation, a chance to claim the extraordinary power your thoughts wield over your destiny. Why do some individuals flourish their lives filled with success, joy, and peace, while others seem to falter despite their best efforts? The secret does not lie in external circumstances, but within the complex workings of our own minds. Here, you'll learn that your most persistent thoughts shape your deepest convictions, coloring every experience and encounter you have. This journey begins with understanding the incredible influence of your cognitive processes. Each thought that flickers through your mind has the potential to impact your emotions, dictate your actions, and eventually sculpt your world. Through scientific insight and psychological wisdom, this book demystifies how your thinking patterns forge your reality and how you can alter these patterns for the better. Your mind, what you think you become, arms you with the tools to transform toxic thought patterns into sources of strength and optimism. It offers practical advice and exercises to help you cultivate a mindset that not only anticipates success, but attracts it. You will learn to dismantle the barriers of doubt and fear that hold you back, replacing them with pillars of confidence and action. As you explore these pages, you will be encouraged to question and overhaul your existing beliefs. Practical exercises will challenge you to refine your thoughts and reshape your perspective. By the end of your reading, the principle of what you think you become will not just be a concept, but a lived experience. Are you ready to harness the true power of your thoughts and direct your life towards its fullest potential? Your voyage to self-mastery starts now. Consider your mind as a master alchemist, capable of transmuting base metals into gold. That's the power of your thoughts. They can transform your reality, shape your future, and influence the person you become. But how do you harness this power effectively? How can you navigate your mental landscape, unearthing hidden treasures while discarding unhelpful debris? Chapter 1. The Power of Conscious Thought. Often, we underestimate the power of conscious thought. You might perceive it as a mere cog in the wheel of your mind's vast machinery. However, it's more than that. It's the driver, the navigator, the captain of your mental ship, steering your perceptions, actions, and reactions. Think about it. When you consciously focus on something, you're not just passively observing it. You're actively engaged with it. You're analyzing it, dissecting it, processing it, and most importantly, you're interpreting it. You're assigning meaning to it, and that meaning shapes your reality. You see, your conscious thoughts are not idle. They're dynamic, active, and powerful. They're the architects of your reality, constructing your world with the bricks and mortar of your perceptions. But they don't just build your world, they also build you. Your conscious thoughts shape your personality, influence your emotions, and guide your actions. They define your beliefs, values, and attitudes. They can either empower you or limit you, lift you or pull you down, inspire you or discourage you. But here's the catch, you have control over your conscious thoughts. Yes. You read that right. You're not at the mercy of your thoughts are at your command. You can choose what to think, how to interpret, and when to change your mind. In essence, the power of conscious thought is not just about thinking, it's about taking control of your thoughts, shaping your reality, and ultimately shaping yourself. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool and conscious thought is the key to releasing its potential. Chapter 2. Harnessing the Imaginative Mind. Despite the power of conscious thought, there's another domain of your mind that holds untapped potential, your imagination. This isn't about daydreaming or fanciful flights of fancy. It's about utilizing your imaginative mind for deliberate, constructive thinking. You see, your imagination isn't just a playground. It's a tool. And like any tool, you can learn to wield it with precision and purpose. This starts with recognizing that what you imagine isn't separate from reality, but a part of it. Your imaginings, when harnessed and directed, can shape your perceptions, influence your emotions, and guide your actions. You've experienced this. Ever got lost in a book and felt real emotions for fictional characters? That's your imagination blurring the lines between the invented and the actual. Now imagine applying this power consciously. Picture a goal, a desired outcome, and let your mind play it out. Engage all your senses. What does success look, sound, smell, feel like? This isn't just visualization. It's full sensory immersion. It's creating a mental prototype of your goal. A blueprint to guide your actions. Be warned though, harnessing your imaginative mind isn't about wishful thinking. It's not enough to imagine an outcome. You must also imagine the steps to get there, the challenges you'll face, and the strategies to overcome them. This isn't about escaping reality but engaging with it more fully, more deliberately. Chapter 3: Transcending Limiting Beliefs. While harnessing your imaginative mind is a powerful tool, it's equally important to confront and transcend the limiting beliefs that may hold you back. These self-imposed constraints are often deeply ingrained, subtly influencing your thoughts, words, and actions. The first step in transcending limiting beliefs is recognizing them. You need to become acutely aware of the negative statements you tell yourself. Phrases like "I can't" or "I'm not good enough" are manifestations of these limiting beliefs. It's only when you've identified them that you can begin to challenge and alter them. Next, question the validity of your limiting beliefs. Are they based on facts or merely perceptions? Often, you'll find they're not as concrete as you once thought. It's crucial to dissect these beliefs and gain a clear understanding of their origins. This analytical approach will help you discern whether your beliefs are truly yours or have been imposed by external factors. Replace your limiting beliefs with empowering ones. It's not enough to just discard old beliefs, you must replace them with positive affirmations that promote growth and progression. This isn't a one-time event, but a continual process. It requires patience and persistence. Lastly, make a commitment to catch and correct limiting beliefs as they arise. It's natural to slip back into old thought patterns, but with conscious effort, you can rewire your mindset. Transcending limiting beliefs isn't a quick fix. It's a transformative process that leads to the realization of your true potential. Remember, your mind is a powerful alchemist, capable of transforming leaden thoughts into golden opportunities. Chapter 4: The Alchemy of Emotional Mastery. Mastering your emotions, an essential step in the alchemical process of self-transformation, requires a deep understanding of your emotional responses and how they influence your actions. It's not about suppressing or ignoring your feelings, but about acknowledging them, accepting them, and managing them effectively. Consider your emotions as signals, guides that reveal what's truly going on inside you. When you're feeling angry, for instance, it's often a sign of a perceived threat or injustice. Instead of lashing out, you can use this insight to address the issue calmly and assertively. Similarly, if you're feeling anxious, it might be your mind's way of telling you that something in your environment isn't right, giving you an opportunity to reassess and adapt. Emotional mastery also involves recognizing the difference between your emotions and your responses. You can't always control what you feel, but you can control how you react to those feelings. It's about choosing a response that aligns with your values and your best interests, rather than simply reacting out of habit or impulse. In this alchemical process, you're not trying to change your emotions, but rather how you interact with them. You're learning to use your emotions as tools, not letting them rule you, but instead guiding you towards healthier, more productive behaviors. This is the essence of emotional alchemy, transforming potentially destructive emotions into constructive ones, and consequently harnessing the power of your emotions for your personal growth and well-being. Chapter 5: Cultivating a Mindset of Abundance. Your mind's landscape, when abundant, is fertile ground for personal growth and transformation. You've likely heard the phrase, "What you think, you become." It's not just catchy, it's a fundamental truth about the power of your mindset. Cultivating a mindset of abundance isn't about amassing material wealth. Instead, it's about recognizing the wealth that already exists within and around you. It's the knowledge that there's enough for everyone, including you. It's a shift from scarcity thinking, the belief that there's never enough, to a focus on plenty. You've got to focus on the abundance in your life, not the lack. Start by appreciating the simple things, the warmth of the sun, a good book, a meaningful conversation. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Next, you need to be mindful of your self-talk. Negative self-talk can easily trap you in a scarcity mindset. So be aware of it and replace it with positive affirmations. Believe in your capabilities and in the world's abundance. Lastly, remember that an abundant mindset is also about giving. It's about understanding that the more you give, the more you receive. It's about being open, generous, and willing to share. Cultivating an abundant mindset isn't a one-time task. It's a journey. It requires practice, patience, and persistence. But once you've mastered it, you'll see a transformation not just in your mindset, but in your entire life. Chapter 6: Unlocking the Subconscious Realm. Ever wonder what's lurking in the depths of your subconscious mind? It's a domain often secured away, brimming with untapped potential and unexplored mysteries. Think of it as a vault where your deepest fears, hopes, and memories reside. The key to this vault, it's understanding and harnessing the power of your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is a vast repository of your life experiences, emotions, and thoughts, many of which you're not even aware of. It's constantly at work, influencing your behaviors and decisions without your conscious awareness. You might be surprised to learn that the subconscious mind is believed to control around 95% of your brain's activity. To access this domain, you first need to understand its language. The subconscious communicates through feelings, images, and dreams, not words. It's not a logical entity, but operates more on intuition and emotion. This is why you often have gut feelings or intuitive hunches that you can't quite explain. It's your subconscious communicating with you. Meditation and mindfulness practices can help you access this subconscious domain. By quieting the conscious mind, you allow the subconscious to surface, manifesting as insights, creative ideas, or solutions to problems that you've been grappling with. It's like having a direct line to a hidden source of wisdom within you. Chapter 7: Manifesting Your Desired Reality. Tapping into the domain of your subconscious is just the beginning. Now, you're on a journey to manifesting your desired reality. So how exactly do you make this leap? It's a meticulous process that involves intention, visualization, and emotional alignment. Firstly, clearly define your intentions. What exactly do you want to manifest? Be precise. You can't be vague and hope for the best. The universe responds to specific requests, not ambiguous ones. Secondly, visualize your intentions. Picture yourself living the reality you desire. Feel the emotions tied to it as if it's already your reality. It's not enough to merely think about it, you must immerse yourself in it. Visualization is a powerful tool that taps into the law of attraction, drawing your desires closer. Finally, align your emotions with your intentions. This is where the magic happens. Feelings are incredibly potent. They're the language of the universe. When you feel the emotions associated with your desired reality, you're sending out a strong signal to the universe. Chapter 8: Rewiring Negative Thought Patterns. Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of negative thinking? It's like a whirlpool, isn't it? Each negative thought pulls you deeper, making it harder to escape. But don't worry, because there's a way out. It involves rewiring negative thought patterns, and it's simpler than you might think. Your brain's a remarkable machine that's constantly forming new connections and pathways. This neuroplasticity means it's possible to change the way you think. Now, this isn't about eliminating all negative thoughts. They're natural and can even be helpful. It's about reducing the power they have over you. To rewire your thought patterns, begin by becoming aware of your negative thoughts. They're often automatic and unchallenged, aren't they? Once you identify them, question their validity. Are they realistic or distorted? Are they based on facts or assumptions? This initial step is essential in the rewiring process. Next, replace the negative thoughts with positive or neutral ones. It's not about ignoring reality, but reframing it. Instead of thinking, "I'm a failure," you might say, "I didn't succeed this time, but I can learn and improve." With time and consistency, your brain will start forming new, healthier pathways. Chapter 9: The art of mindful awareness. The journey into mindful awareness is akin to a thorough exploration into the ocean of your consciousness. You're not just skimming the surface here, you're diving deep, piercing through layers of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This isn't just about focusing on the present moment, but understanding your mind's intricate dance with it. Your mind, you'll find, holds a constant chatter. Thoughts, ideas, judgments, and memories, they're all part of your mind's ceaseless murmuring. Mindful awareness is about acknowledging this chatter, but not getting swept away by it. It's like being in the eye of the storm, calm and composed, while the winds of thought whirl around you. Now, consider the act of observing your thoughts. It's not about stopping them or even changing them, but simply noticing them. This act of observation can be transformative. It creates a space between you and your thoughts, allowing you to see that you are not your thoughts. You're the observer. This detachment is liberating. Practicing mindfulness also brings a heightened sense of your emotions. Ever noticed how feelings can sweep over you seemingly out of nowhere? With mindful awareness, you can observe these emotional waves coming and going without being drowned by them. This doesn't mean you're ignoring or suppressing your feelings, you're just not being governed by them. The art of mindful awareness then is a potent tool in your mental alchemy. It gives you a newfound perspective, not only on your thoughts and emotions, but on your very sense of self. As you begin to understand and embrace this, you'll find a profound shift happening. You're no longer a passive observer of your life, but an active participant in your own mind. Chapter 10. Embracing the uncertainty of growth. As you cultivate mindful awareness, you'll inevitably encounter uncertainty. It's an integral part of the growth process, as pesky as it might seem. But instead of shying away from the unknown, it's essential to embrace it. This isn't about pretending to love the discomfort, but about acknowledging it as a stepping stone to your personal evolution. Uncertainty is a mysterious teacher. It may appear in various forms: doubt, fear, anxiety, or confusion. It's easy to view these feelings as negative, but they're just indicators, signposts pointing the way toward growth. When you feel unsure, it's often a sign that you're pushing your boundaries and stepping outside your comfort zone. Embracing the uncertainty isn't a passive act, it's a conscious decision to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. It's about resilience, adaptability, and patience. It's about trusting the process and recognizing that growth occurs in the uncomfortable spaces between the known and the unknown. Chapter 11. Aligning your thoughts with purpose. Grasping the reins of your mind, consider the power of purposeful thought. Every thought you harbor shapes your reality, influences your actions, and ultimately determines your destiny. It's not just about thinking positively or negatively. It's about aligning your thoughts with a higher purpose. Think of your mind as a compass. If you're not aware of your direction, you'll drift aimlessly, lost in a sea of chaotic thoughts. But when you choose a specific direction, your purpose, you can steer your thoughts towards it. This is not about suppressing negative thoughts. It's about consciously directing your thoughts towards your goals, your aspirations, and your values. The challenge is finding that purpose. It's a journey, not a destination, and it requires a lot of introspection and self-awareness. You'll need to question your beliefs, examine your values, and explore your passions. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to infuse your thoughts with that purpose. Imagine your purpose as a prism, refracting every thought that passes through it. When you imbue your thoughts with purpose, they become more focused and potent. They start to shape your reality in ways that align with your purpose. This is not a quick fix or a one-time solution, it's a continuous process. But once you start aligning your thoughts with purpose, you'll notice a remarkable shift in your life. You'll feel more centered, more grounded, more in control. And that's the power of purposeful thought. Chapter 12. Overcoming the ego's limiting grip. You might find yourself shackled by the ego's limiting grasp, often without even realizing it. This invisible chain is subtle yet powerful and can hold you back from reaching your fullest potential. It's the voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough or that you can't achieve your dreams. The ego's grip can be suffocating, imposing self-doubt, fear, and anxiety. Recognizing the ego's grip is the first step towards breaking free. It's not always easy as the ego is a master of disguise, often cloaked in rationalization and justification. Observing your thoughts, behaviors, and reactions can help you identify when the ego is in control. Once you've recognized the ego's grip, the next step is to challenge it. Ask yourself, why do I think this way, or what's stopping me from achieving my goals? You'll often find that the answers to these questions are rooted in fear. The ego thrives on fear and will use it to maintain its control. Overcoming the ego's grip requires consistent effort and practice. It involves replacing fear-based thoughts with love-based ones and replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Remember, you are not your ego, you are much more than that. You have the power to change your thoughts and by extension, your reality. The process of overcoming the ego's grip is ongoing, but the rewards are limitless. As you break free from the shackles of the ego, you'll find yourself more open, more loving, and more capable of achieving your dreams. Chapter 13, Tapping into Intuitive Intelligence. Breaking free from the ego's shackles clears the path for a deeper, more profound mental capability, your intuitive intelligence. This innate wisdom goes beyond rational thinking, opening a world of profound understanding and innovative ideas. So how do you tap into this wellspring of wisdom? First, understand that intuition isn't magical. It's an inherent mental faculty that you've likely underutilized. You might say it's the mind's background processor, silently sorting through past experiences, knowledge, and insight to provide you with instant, holistic understanding. You've probably experienced it as that sudden moment or gut feeling that nudges you towards a decision. Now, to tap into this intelligence, quieting your mind is paramount. A silent mind isn't distracted, allowing your intuition to break through the noise. Meditative practices are beneficial here, helping you achieve a serene mental state where intuition thrives. Next, pay attention to your emotions. They're the language of your intuition. If something feels off, it probably is. Trust these feelings, they're your intuition speaking. Lastly, practice. Like any other skill, using your intuitive intelligence gets easier with practice. Start with small decisions, and as you grow more confident, trust your intuition with bigger ones. Chapter 14, Transforming Stress into Opportunity. Often, we let stress get the better of us, viewing it as an unwelcome intruder that hampers progress. We regard it as an enemy, something that weighs us down. But what if you could transform that stress into opportunity? What if instead of being a hurdle, stress could be a stepping stone towards growth? Believe it or not, you can actually achieve this alchemical transformation. The key lies in your perception. You see, stress is not inherently bad. It's just a response to challenging situations. When you look at it this way, it becomes a signal that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's where the real growth happens. So how do you turn stress into opportunity? Start by acknowledging it. Don't deny or suppress your stress. Instead, embrace it. Understand that it's a part of the learning process. Next, assess the situation objectively. What is causing the stress? Is it a task, a deadline, a relationship? By identifying the source, you can address it effectively. Then, see the opportunity in the stress. Maybe it's pushing you to learn a new skill, to improve your time management, or to communicate better. Each stressful situation is unique, and so is the opportunity it presents. Chapter 15. The Alchemical Process of Change. Life's journey, like an alchemist's quest, is all about change. It's a constant transformation of thoughts, feelings, and actions that shape your reality. You're not a passive observer in this process. Instead, you're the alchemist, equipped with the power to transform your mind and by extension your life. Consider your thought patterns, the mental equivalent of an alchemist's raw materials. You're constantly brewing thoughts, some beneficial, others detrimental. You've got the power to see through these, focusing on the ones that serve you. It's a process of mental alchemy, refining your thoughts to produce gold or positive outcomes. But how does this alchemical process work? It starts with awareness. You must first recognize the thoughts you're working with. Are they negative, positive, or neutral? Next, you must decide which thoughts to keep and which to discard. This step requires discernment, an ability to judge which thoughts serve your well-being and which don't. Once you've sorted your thoughts, it's time for the transformation. This is where your mental furnace comes in. Visualize the negativity burning away, leaving only pure, positive thoughts. Think of this as your mental purification process. Chapter 16. Balancing analytical and creative thinking. Mastering the art of alchemy for your mind requires a delicate balance between analytical and creative thinking. Think of it as a seesaw, each side representing a unique type of cognition. If the seesaw tips too much on one side, you'll lose the equilibrium that's essential to release your full potential. On one hand, analytical thinking is about breaking down complex information into simpler, manageable parts. It's logical, fact-based, and grounded in reality. It's the part of you that makes detailed plans, solves math problems, or analyzes data. It's the how in your thinking process. On the other hand, creative thinking thrives on imagination, curiosity, and possibility. It's your capacity to dream, to envision what could be, to connect seemingly unrelated dots. It's the source of your original ideas, your artistic expressions, and your innovative solutions. It's the what if in your internal dialogue. Balancing these two types of thinking isn't about choosing one over the other, but about harmonizing them. It's about using your analytical mind to structure your creative ideas and using your creativity to enrich your analytical processes. Recognize when to let your creative mind explore possibilities and when to let your analytical mind evaluate choices. Gertrude this balance daily. Challenge yourself with puzzles to stimulate analytical thinking. Engage in art, music, or writing for creative inspiration. The alchemy of your mind lies in this dance between analysis and creativity. Remember what you think you become, so think with balance. Chapter 17. Fostering self-compassion and self-acceptance. In the pursuit of mental alchemy, fostering self-compassion and self-acceptance becomes as crucial as mastering the balance between analytical and creative thinking. It's a bit like working on a complex puzzle where each piece represents a unique part of yourself. The trick isn't to discard the imperfect pieces, but to accept them as integral to the complete picture. Self-compassion involves acknowledging your own suffering, faults, and mistakes without self-judgment. It's about replacing self-criticism with kindness, understanding that you're human, and you're bound to stumble. It's okay to make mistakes. It's how we learn and grow. It's not about self-pity or self-indulgence, but about recognizing your own worth and valuing your imperfections. Self-acceptance, on the other hand, is about embracing yourself entirely, not just the parts you're proud of. It's about facing your flaws, acknowledging them, and realizing they don't define you. Self-acceptance isn't about complacency. It's about understanding that while you aspire to grow, it's vital to love who you are at this moment. Practice being kind to yourself. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. When you stumble, don't berate yourself instead, comfort yourself as you would a dear friend. Remember, the journey to self-compassion and self-acceptance isn't a race. It's a lifelong process of growth that requires patience and understanding. So, take a deep breath, be gentle with yourself, and remember you're not alone in this journey. You're doing just fine. Chapter 18. Harnessing the power of visualization. As you journey through mental alchemy, the power of visualization becomes an essential tool in your arsenal. This isn't some hocus-pocus magic trick, but a scientifically backed method you can use to shape your reality. Visualization isn't about wishful thinking, it's about creating a mental blueprint for your success. You've probably heard of the saying, seeing is believing. That's the core principle behind visualization. Your brain has a hard time distinguishing the difference between what you imagine and what is real. So when you visualize, your brain treats it as a real experience, creating new neural pathways that reinforce your desired outcome. To harness this power, start by picturing your goal in vivid detail. Imagine you've already achieved it. Feel the emotions that come with this accomplishment. What does it look like? How does it feel? The more detailed your visualization, the stronger the neural imprint. Next, keep practicing. Consistency is key. The more you visualize, the stronger and more automatic those mental pathways become. Think of it like a workout for your mind. You wouldn't expect to get fit with only one gym session. Right? The same goes for visualization. Lastly, pair visualization with action. It's not a standalone solution, but a supplement to your efforts. The combination of mental rehearsal through visualization and physical effort creates a powerful synergy that can accelerate your progress towards your goals. Bear in mind, visualization isn't an overnight solution. It's a tool that requires practice and patience. But with consistency, it can transform your dreams into reality. Chapter 19. Cultivating a resilient mindset. While the journey of mental alchemy may seem intimidating, cultivating a resilient mindset can be your game changer. You see, resilience isn't just about bouncing back from adversity. It's about transforming challenges into stepping stones, and it's within your reach. Think of your mind as a muscle. Just as you train your body for physical resilience, your mind requires deliberate conditioning for mental toughness. Start by acknowledging your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This self-awareness is the cornerstone for resilience. It's okay to feel stress or anxiety. What's essential is how you respond to these emotions. Next, adopt a growth mindset. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective can be significant. Embrace challenges, persist in the face of obstacles, and understand that effort is the pathway to mastery. Remember, you're not born resilient. It's a skill you develop. It's also important to practice optimism, visualize success and foster positive thoughts. But remember, optimism isn't about ignoring reality. It's about recognizing the good alongside the bad, and maintaining a hopeful outlook. Finally, cultivate mental agility. Learn to mentally pivot when confronted with change or adversity. Flexibility and adaptability are key traits of a resilient mind. Chapter 20. Aligning thoughts with core values. Aligning your thoughts with your core values is a pivotal step in the alchemical process of transforming your mind. It's akin to setting your mental compass, guiding your thoughts and actions towards your true north. When your thoughts are not in harmony with your values, you'll feel a sense of dissonance, like a discordant note in an otherwise harmonious melody. Understanding your core values is the first step. They're your bedrock, your guiding principles. They include things like honesty, integrity, compassion, or ambition. Take some time to identify them, write them down, ponder them, and make them part of your conscious awareness. Next, examine your thoughts. Are they in line with your values? If not, it's time to adjust. This isn't easy, but it's essential. You'll need to challenge negative patterns of thinking, replacing them with thoughts that are congruent with your core values. This process is ongoing. It's not a one-time task, but a continuous effort. Chapter 21. The Alchemy of Forgiveness. Have you ever considered the transformative power of forgiveness in your journey of mental alchemy? It's an essential step you can't afford to overlook. Forgiveness, you see, is not merely about letting go of past hurts or absolving others of their wrongdoings. It's an alchemical process that transforms bitterness into wisdom, pain into strength, and resentment into inner peace. When you harbor resentment, you're chaining yourself to a past event, allowing it to dictate your present and future emotions. You're crafting your own mental prison, but forgiveness? That's the key to liberation. It's a conscious decision to cease the retaliation cycle, to let go of the poison of resentment that's corroding your peace of mind. But here's where it gets tricky. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the offense. It's not about the other person at all. It's about you, your well-being, your mental freedom. You're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. Chapter 22, Unlocking the Wisdom of the Body. After mastering the alchemy of forgiveness, it's time to explore deeper into your transformative journey by accessing the wisdom of your body. Your body isn't just a physical entity, it's a vast storehouse of knowledge and insight. You've probably heard the phrase gut feeling and shrugged it off as unscientific, but there's a world of wisdom in those intuitive nudges your body provides. Your body communicates with you continuously. It's not just about hunger, fatigue, or physical discomfort. Your body also signals you about your emotional state and more subtly, your subconscious thoughts. Paying attention to these cues can guide your decision-making process, helping you navigate life more effectively. So how do you reveal this wisdom? By cultivating body awareness. This means paying attention to how your body feels, how it responds to different situations, and what it's trying to tell you. When feeling stressed, does your jaw clench? When you're excited, do you feel a rush of energy? Notice these cues. Practicing mindfulness meditation is a great way to increase body awareness. It helps you stay in the present moment and tune into the sensations in your body. Yoga too is an excellent tool for cultivating body awareness. The slow deliberate movements force you to pay attention to your body signals. Chapter 23. Developing a positive self-image. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, gazing into your own reflection. What do you see? More importantly, how do you feel about the person staring back at you? This mental image you hold of yourself forms your self-image, and it's incredibly influential in your life journey. It's not just about how you look, but also how you perceive your worth, abilities, and potential. To develop a positive self-image, you must first understand that it's a process. It's not something you can change overnight, but with consistent effort, it's achievable. Start by identifying the negative perceptions you have about yourself. Are they truly factual? Or are they embedded lies you've been telling yourself? Next, challenge these negative perceptions. This isn't about creating a false image, but about recognizing your inherent worth and valuing yourself. For instance, if you often think you're not smart enough, remind yourself of the times you've solved complex problems or learned new skills. Then practice self-affirmation. This means talking to and about yourself in a positive, encouraging manner. It's not about ignoring your flaws, but accepting them and highlighting your strengths. Remember, no one is perfect. Finally, visualize the person you want to become. This isn't about wishful thinking, but about setting goals and working towards them. Visualize yourself as confident, capable, and valuable, then take steps to make it a reality. Your self-image influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Developing a positive self-image is like forging a powerful tool that aids in your journey to becoming what you think. Chapter 24. Alchemical Principles for Personal Transformation. Drawing upon the wisdom of ancient alchemists, let's explore the core principles of alchemy for personal transformation. Alchemy, at its core, is about transformation, changing base metals into gold, but it's not just about literal gold. It's a metaphor for refining the self, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. The first principle is calcination, the process of breaking down the ego, burning away the false self to reveal the true self. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you, what holds you back. It's a cleansing fire, a purifying force. The second principle, dissolution, is about embracing emotions, allowing them to flow freely. It's about accepting all parts of yourself, even those you'd rather hide away. It's an exploration into the pool of your subconscious, finding treasures hidden in the depths. The third principle is separation, the discerning process of sorting the valuable from the worthless. It's about recognizing and honoring the parts of yourself that are truly precious, while discarding the unhelpful and harmful. The fourth principle, conjunction, is about integration. It's the marriage of opposites, the reconciliation of dualities within your being. It's about finding balance, harmony, and wholeness. These principles provide a roadmap for personal transformation. They guide you through the process of self-discovery, self-refinement, and self-realization. Embrace them, and you'll find that what you think truly does become your reality. Chapter 25. Mastering the Art of Detachment. Detaching from your thoughts and experiences isn't about indifference, but about cultivating a sense of equanimity. It's about transcending the ego's grip, acknowledging the impermanence of all things, and developing a mindful presence. You're not just a spectator in your mind's theater, but the director capable of reshaping the narrative. Often, you're swept away by the torrent of thoughts that continuously flow through your mind. This constant whirlpool might seem overwhelming, but here's the alchemy. Don't fight it. Instead, observe it. Master the art of detachment. This doesn't mean you should ignore your thoughts. Rather, you observe them without becoming emotionally attached. It's like watching a movie where each thought is a scene passing by. You're not the director or the actor, but the audience. You're not controlling or being controlled by the scenes. You're simply observing. How do you do this? Start by acknowledging each thought as it comes. Don't judge it as good or bad. Just recognize it. It's there, and that's okay. It's a product of your mind, not you. Then let the thought go. Don't cling to it. Don't dwell on it. It came, you acknowledged it, and now it's time for it to leave. This is the essence of detachment. Through this practice, you'll realize you're not your thoughts. You're the observer of your thoughts. And with this understanding, you can truly become the master of your own mind. Having honed the skill of observing your thoughts without attachment, it's time to expand this practice to your experiences. The goal is to cultivate equanimity, a state of mental calmness and composure even in difficult situations. It's not about being indifferent or apathetic, but rather fostering a sense of balance and objectivity. Think of equanimity as a serene pond that remains unruffled regardless of the stones thrown into it. It's a skill that requires practice, patience, and a deep understanding of the impermanent nature of experiences. Positive or negative, pleasant or unpleasant, every experience you encounter is fleeting. So, why let them disturb your inner peace? Remember, you're not your experiences. They're merely events that happen to you, and how you react to them defines your relationship with the world. Maintaining a detached perspective allows you to step back, observe, and learn without getting entangled in the emotional whirlwind. Cultivating equanimity isn't about suppressing emotions, but understanding them. It's about allowing feelings to arise, acknowledging them, and letting them go without resistance. This mindful detachment, while challenging, is the key to emotional freedom and mental clarity. The art of transcending identification with the ego is a masterclass in detachment. You're not eliminating the ego, you're merely changing your relationship with it. It's about recognizing that you're more than your thoughts, emotions, and self-image. Think of your ego as a tool, a part of you, but not the entirety of you. Imagine your ego as a character in the story of your life. It has its role, it adds drama, creates conflict, but it's not the author. You are. When you detach from identifying solely with your ego, you gain authorship. You're no longer just reacting to life through the lens of the ego. You're consciously responding to it. This transformation requires observation, awareness, and consistency. Notice when you're reacting from the ego. Is it when you're criticized, ignored, or feeling insecure? It's in these moments of awareness that you can choose a different response, one that aligns with your higher self, not just your ego self. It's not easy, but it's essential in mastering detachment and consequently sculpting the life you desire. Remember what you think you become. So who do you choose to be? Embracing impermanence and mastering detachment, you open yourself to a profound freedom. This is not an instant transformation. It's a journey, a process, a slow and deliberate rewiring of your thoughts and emotions. You begin by observing the transitory nature of everything. You're not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even a minute ago. Everything's in constant flux, including your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. Next, you practice detachment. Try not to anchor yourself to your experiences or let them define you. Remember, you're not your job, your successes, your failures, or your pain. You're much more than that. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or feeling. Instead, you learn to experience your emotions without getting consumed by them. In essence, detachment is a mental art, a tool for achieving a sense of peace and balance in a world full of change. It's like being in the eye of the storm, calm and composed even when everything around you is in chaos. So embrace impermanence and master detachment, and you'll find yourself on the path to mental alchemy. As you learn to master detachment, a mindful presence naturally starts to develop. It's like a subtle shift in your perception, allowing you to witness events without getting swept up in them. Being present, truly present, means you're not lost in thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future. You're here in the now, experiencing life as it unfolds. Your mind, uncluttered by unnecessary thoughts, becomes a clear mirror, reflecting reality without distortion. Imagine your thoughts as clouds passing in the sky. They come and go, but you, the observer, remain unchanging. This is the essence of mindful presence. But how do you cultivate this quality? Start by paying attention to your senses. Feel the air on your skin, hear the sounds around you, taste the food you eat, be fully engaged in what you're doing, whether it's washing dishes or having a conversation. Let go of the urge to multitask or rush through tasks. Instead, savor each moment, each breath. Mastering the art of detachment requires you to eliminate judgmental tendencies. It's not about becoming indifferent or uncaring, rather, it's about developing a sense of objectivity. Detachment means letting go of preconceived notions and biases that cloud your perception. Think about the last time you made an assumption about someone or something. Were you right? Maybe, but more often than not, your judgment was colored by your personal experiences, beliefs, and emotions. This is natural, but it's not conducive to clear thinking or understanding. Instead, try to approach people, events, and ideas with an open mind. Don't let your emotions rule your thoughts. Let facts and evidence guide your understanding instead. Be curious, ask questions, and endeavor to understand rather than judge. Remember that detachment doesn't mean disconnection. You can empathize with others without letting their experiences affect your emotional state. It's a delicate balance, but with practice, you can master it. Revealing the spaciousness of mind is a profound step in mastering the art of detachment. It's about creating mental room, allowing thoughts to flow freely, not clinging or reacting to them impulsively. This mental expanse isn't about emptying your mind, but rather understanding that thoughts are transient, much like clouds in the sky. To access this spaciousness, you've got to observe your thoughts without judgment. Picture yourself as a silent observer, watching your thoughts pass by, not interacting or trying to control them. It's challenging, but with practice, you'll start to notice a certain detachment developing. This process isn't about suppressing or ignoring your thoughts. Instead, it's about reducing their power over you. When you stop giving weight to every thought, you'll gain the ability to choose which ones deserve your energy and attention. That's freedom. In essence, the spaciousness of mind is like a serene lake, undisturbed by the fleeting thoughts that are like ripples on its surface. Mastering this art of detachment, you'll become more resilient, more in control, and more at peace with your mind. Congratulations! You've journeyed through the alchemy of the mind, and now you're armed with the tools to shape your reality. Remember, your mind is a powerful garden. Nurture it with positive thoughts, and watch as your life blossoms. You've plucked limiting beliefs from the roots, and planted seeds of abundance. The fruits of this labor are yours to enjoy. The power is in your hands, or more aptly put, in your mind. Embrace this transformative journey, and become the master of your destiny.